Before we get started with the podcast, we want to give a quick shout out to Quench. Whether you're in the gym, at the rink, on the field, or just trying to get through a long day, Quench is the perfect drink to keep you hydrated without the extra junk.
Check out quenchhydration.ca and be sure to use our code 24pod for 15% off at checkout. That's 24pod for 15% off at checkout. Stay hydrated with Quench.
All right, welcome back. Another episode of the 2-4 podcast. Still a little bit under the weather, for me at least.
I'm recovering.
Still battling through it, but
Yeah,
we're almost through it. We're
We're
getting
here.
there. A lively morning, Canada and Czechia
Yep.
this morning. We'll go over that a little bit later, but we did watch that
Yeah, we did.
before filming, so that was a fun way to start the morning.
Great way. Nothing like a 10:40 a.m. hockey game watching your country.
Yeah, I mean that sucks.
It does a little bit suck.
Nothing would be better than on like a Friday night, a game at like 7:30.
Get together
with your buddies. But
but we'll take it. Best on best is back.
Yeah, and the pace of the hockey.
It was there. Yeah,
it was fantastic. Even though it was 5-0, like it didn't feel like we
necessarily
once we got to like
dominated.
4-0, 5-0, it felt like that. But when it was still 3-0, 2-0, 1-0, like
for sure,
it was a tight game. The shots were up there. Like
Yeah.
we didn't dominate really until maybe the second half of the third period.
It's fun hockey to watch. Canada looked pretty sharp overall.
Yeah, they did, and
It was
Jordan Binnington looked very sharp.
which you were knocking on him this morning in the group chat.
Well, yeah, but like so was like pretty much everyone when Canada. Like a lot of people didn't even want him on the roster. Period. Let alone starting game one. Kemper and Thompson have been much better in the NHL. Binnington has not had a good year, but he seems to hit a different level apparently when he's wearing the Maple Leaf. So
yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said, well, he's wearing a Canada jersey, not a St. Louis jersey.
Yeah, and
so
I mean,
maybe that's his formula.
Not a dock on St. Louis, but sometimes when you just have that good of a team in front of you, it's a little bit easier to play a bit better.
Yeah, no,
which definitely helps. He did make some great saves,
very
though.
much helps. And to get a lead early makes a big difference as well.
Yeah, 100%. They had that one goal called back because of the trip, which it's one of those ones where like, it didn't impact the play, but it's like it is a trip. It's just unfortunate. It's just as bad as if your stick blade gets caught in the bottom of a guy's skate.
Exactly.
And you trip him that way. Yeah, It's unfortunate you didn't try to do it, but it doesn't matter. You tripped him.
You still did
at the end of the day. That was a little unfortunate, but they got it back pretty quick. Connor McDavid, 3 points, was flying.
Yeah.
Celebrini with a goal, a great tip.
Yeah.
There wasn't honestly one player that I would say stood out in a bad way for Canada. The only
definitely not
really piece of big news is Josh Morrissey did leave early with an injury.
Yeah, that was
they can't replace him with anyone not on the roster. The only guy that can come in is Travis Sanheim, who's in the press box. So I imagine he'll be playing tomorrow. Which kind of sucks.
They'll evaluate Morrissey, see what it is. It could have been something where it's like, all right, maybe not worth just coming back to this game.
Yeah.
It just needs a bit of time.
Yeah.
Or it could be a bit more serious. Hopefully it's not.
Yeah, I didn't even catch what it was.
Yeah,
or see the play that it happened.
No.
I know Cale Makar was favoring something, but he seemed fine.
Yeah,
he blocked a shot, but he seemed perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm a little upset. The parlay I contemplated placing would have been essentially free.
Did McKinnon get that fourth shot?
I believe he did. I'll check ESPN, but I was gonna take Canada -1.5. That was very free. Celebrini for 1 point. He got the very first goal.
Yeah.
And McKinnon finished with, never mind 3 shots it would have missed.
Okay.
I would have taken McKinnon for 4.
Yep.
So you know what? I guess I'm glad I didn't do that. We were talking a little bit about the odds, and we were saying how crazy it kind of is, the odds on guys to get points.
The odds on guys to get points, and also the odds on the money line. I mean, Canada was what, -600 or something?
I think it was 550. I don't find that crazy.
The only reason I find it crazy is Czechia is not as bad as some people think. They have very good high-end talent.
They're not, but it's just
Dostal was very good in net. And we saw we saw Slovakia upset Finland yesterday. and we saw Italy give Sweden a bit of a run.
We did. They're just teams that
So
aren't as deep as or as
hundred
talented as
percent
Canada. I
Canada,
just think that's why you see that.
100%, but also first game of the tournament.
I also don't think that those other games affect Canada in any way or
No,
their odds.
but yeah, also the points. Like for any given player in a hockey game to be 2+ points on favorite odds, like minus
Yeah,
105 or whatever,
yeah,
that's just crazy.
that is
It's not
really
even worth
crazy.
betting on because
No,
you can't even make good money off it. Um,
no, and it's not something you want to throw in a parlay because
no,
that's enough of a challenge as is.
yeah, and then it's like, oh, you want to throw in McDavid to get a point to boost it a little
Yeah,
bit? Okay, well he's minus 900 to get a point or whatever, like something
yeah,
crazy,
exactly.
right?
So
Like
then it's not worth taking. So
exactly.
it's a little bit crazy. But tomorrow they have Switzerland.
Switzerland tomorrow.
That might
Another
be
kind of sleeper team a little bit.
yeah. I think that might be a
Um,
little bit of a
I don't.
bloodbath.
No, it won't be a bloodbath. I don't know who their
You were
goalies.
worried about today, so
I wasn't worried about losing.
I think I'll stick to the hockey side of things from here on out when it comes to the Olympics.
I mean, I wasn't worried about losing today, but I did think it'd be a close
That is
game. I
okay.
just can't remember who their goalies are because that'll be the big thing, right? Is
I don't
when
think
you're
it
a little bit
matters.
weaker depth wise. Um, yeah. So their goalies Akira
All I see
Schmid.
is three bums.
Their goalie's Akira Schmid. They do have some good NHL players: JJ Moser, Roman Yossi, Hugh Suter, Nino Niederreiter, Timo Meyer. They have some good skill, but
8-2.
I don't think it'll be that crazy.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if I even see Switzerland getting to two.
I just don't think Bennington pulls another shutout.
I don't think Bennington will
Or
play.
will he not play on the back to
I
back?
think they'll probably give it to Thompson.
Okay.
I just doubt they make him play the back to back. Switzerland did play this
That does make
morning.
sense actually.
I think Switzerland played this morning. They beat France 4-0. They did kind of dominate the game, but
That's France.
yeah. So, but still, only 4-0 against France. So yeah, maybe Switzerland's not going to be as good. But a lot of people do have them like getting into the bronze mode. So like they are a big
Man.
like sleeper team to keep an eye on. But Canada looked. I think I'm
Getting
too.
into the bronze medal game over who?
I don't remember. It's just like projections for gold, silver, bronze.
You got Canada, USA, Sweden, Finland, Czechia,
Yeah, and
who are all better.
People had Switzerland in that bronze medal game.
That ain't happening.
I think I'm a little. I can't really find the word, but still like thinking about Canada's World Junior teams, and that's like making
It's
me
tough to. It
question
is.
Canada.
Yeah, I can see
And
that. It's very different,
yeah,
but
and
it's not
it
at the
should.
same time.
Yeah, it's like almost like just demons in my head being like, "Oh my god, we're supposed to be so good, and
It's just a Canada
we're probably
thing.
gonna mess it up."
Yeah,
And they completely flipped my mindset on that today.
yeah,
They looked dominant in areas of the game. They
yep,
didn't dominate the game as a whole, but like their speed, they
yeah,
dominated the speed aspect of the game. You had McDavid and McKinnon throwing hits. They
yeah,
looked very deep in in their lineup and scoring. The defense was clean, the puck moving. They got it out of their zone, no problem.
yeah,
They were really good in front of their own net. So they really gave me that confidence as a fan watching. Like, okay, this
yeah.
is like the Canada we're used to
Yeah,
seeing.
it's just tough to after the World Juniors, especially how the last few years has been, to actually realize, oh wait, yeah, no, these guys are the professionals.
Yeah,
They are the top of the NHL. They are proven, so we know
yeah,
they are going to
yeah.
perform.
We do have Connor McDavid. We do have
Yeah,
Nathan McKinnon.
exactly. It's different than um I guess he didn't even play with them this year, but having like Connor Bedard or Gavin McKenna, guys who
Yeah,
aren't still they're highly rated, but they aren't proven yet. So
exactly.
it's just different.
It would be sick to have Dart in this tournament.
Yeah,
I
that
will
does
say
sting a
that.
bit, but
Like I know he wasn't playing, but I would probably have Dart on the roster over like Seth Jarvis.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
regardless, it clearly doesn't matter
No,
because I'm
no,
saying I want him over Jarvis, and Jarvis wasn't even dressed today, and
yeah,
they
exactly.
played fantastic.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
um, that was fun to watch. The power play was just lethal. Penalty kill,
Yep.
guys did their job. Um, yeah, just all around clean game.
Yeah,
Like can't complain about it at all against again a
yeah.
decent
No, a solid
Czechia
team.
team.
Yeah,
So I mean, the only teams really better than Czechia that Canada would face would probably be Sweden and the U.S. Like, and maybe Finland, but Finland's missing some of their top end talent. Like, I'd put them and Czechia kind of even. So
Yep.
that was a good early test for Canada, and they handled it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say with ease, but I'm also gonna say they handled it with ease.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I would say they did. I would say they
but
did.
that that's huge for Canada starting the tournament.
Yeah.
And they were like in enemy territory. Like that was all Czechia fans pretty much.
It was. And
Um,
as I mean, yeah, I guess that's the scenario, but you're really not going to face any of these guys.
no, not at all. But
It's nothing that they're not used to.
no, but people always talk about home ice advantage, and Czechia definitely had that, and Canada just shut it right down.
Yeah, they definitely did have a bit of that for sure.
Um,
No, good on Czechia fans for showing
yeah,
up.
and then over to the women's side first. Actually, before we get
I don't
there,
even know anything about that. So
I was just going to mention something briefly, but before
sure.
we go there, yesterday when the men started up, Slovakia upsetting the Finns. I mean, that I did not see happening at all. I mean, Finland's got a decent team. Their defense is kind of meh, but up front, they're decent. Slovakia,
Yeah.
they don't have a ton of depth, and they just somehow upset Finland. And that just makes me excited for the rest of the tournament and to see what upsets could happen.
Yeah.
Now,
True.
one of those upsets is against Canada. Then I will not be very happy to see it.
That's a very good point.
But even Italy, like they were beating Sweden at one point.
They hung in.
They were tied
Yeah,
two
they hung
two.
in most of the
Like
game.
they hung in there. The crowd was fantastic for them. Their goalie was unreal, and then he got injured in the third period, which
Yeah.
you just hate to see.
Yep.
But yeah, those were fun to watch. But yeah, I just did want to touch on the Canada U.S. women's game because I was watching that, and it just feels like Canada is like running it back with the same athletes they've been running back since like what feels like 2010. Like Marie Philippe Poulin's still good, but like Canada just looked a little bit older, a little bit slower. Like the U.S. were younger, they were faster, they were skating all over them. I mean, they shut them out 5-0. I think that's the first time ever that the Canadian women's team has been shut out at the Olympics or something like that, something crazy, or first time in a long time. It was painful to watch, and I think Canada needs to move to that younger movement on the women's side. But I mean, the U.S. are also just really good. Um, that's all I have to say on that. I just want to touch on it quickly. And then I guess while we're on the Olympics, kind of look at who's leading the medal race so far. They were showing it on in between
Yeah.
periods. I'll pull it up right now.
I mean, I don't really think we need to go into this much. It's just kind of
Sports podcast. Go
Canada.
over the
Canada doesn't
Olympics.
have a goal. We're not an Olympic podcast.
Sports podcast. I said.
We don't talk about skiing and bobsled.
No, I'm not going over what medals you won, just like what countries are leading. But yeah, no, Canada needs to get a gold for sure. Norway has 7 gold medals.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Not sure how. Italy was
Well,
6.
they're a Northern European country, of course. They're going to be good at the Winter Olympics.
I mean, Canada's known for winter. You'd think we'd be good at Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
But no golds, 3 silvers. I'm pretty sure 2 of them came today.
I believe so.
I mean, ideally we'll get a gold in men's hockey, maybe women's hockey. Those.
I also don't know when all the events finish and whatnot.
Yeah, I really don't know
I don't know how the scheduling of it all works.
Yeah, and like with curling, I know like I was watching mixed doubles, and then the men's were on, but the mixed doubles hasn't finished, so I don't know when that all starts. So
for the people who are done like some of their snowboarding stuff and skiing stuff and stuff like that, like what do you do now? Are you just at the village? Are you going out to watch stuff?
I was also kind of wondering that, like even
like
with,
I'm sure they're not sending you home,
but I
because
wonder if
there's the
they.
closing ceremonies. I'm sure you have the option
That's
to go
true,
home.
but also like a lot of them, like Canada's men's hockey team was not there for the opening ceremonies. They didn't fly in until a little bit later because they started later.
They never really are though.
No, but that just makes me wonder if your event's done like say 6 days before the Olympics are done. I wonder if some of those athletes do just go home.
Maybe if they choose to.
Yeah, it's probably
I'm sure
a choice.
they're definitely not getting booted. But
yeah,
I mean, I feel like the hockey team, they just kind of move a bit different.
Yeah,
much.
Well, they're not even in the Olympic Village either.
No, they're staying at a hotel.
Yeah,
which I think's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean the rooms are tiny, and you got 2 people to a room.
Yeah,
it's like
what, the hotel rooms or the village rooms?
the village
Yo,
rooms.
yeah,
Like they're like as
yeah,
big as my little living room over here, and
yeah.
they
No,
got
they're.
2 beds, closet space, and stuff, and they
I
got a
don't.
tiny
I don't
bathroom.
know.
Like,
It's like even. It's got to be worse than a college dormer,
yeah,
but
like,
similar.
well, you remember the dorms we were in London?
That's a bit different.
No, no, no. But
Those are nice
one of those
dorms.
bedrooms, like the main area is a little bit bigger than that. Like
Oh,
it's and there's
yeah,
2 beds in. Like it's not very big, so
yeah,
it's definitely not ideal. Obviously, it's a fun experience.
yeah. I'm sure it is.
Um,
It probably
but
doesn't feel super professional.
yeah, and when it comes to trying to win a gold medal, you probably don't want to be in that. You probably want to be in a
No.
hotel, which is probably a slightly
No.
nicer bed,
Yeah, which I understand,
your own space.
especially for the Canadian hockey players. These dudes are used to being at the top hotel in every city when they're on the road.
Yeah,
So I understand wanting to maintain that.
yeah, and I
They
think the
definitely have the
U.S. is doing it
highest.
too.
Yeah, it makes sense. They definitely have like the highest standard for traveling in that sense
Yeah,
and all that.
and when you're staying in the village, right, they have all their morning skates, their morning meetings. But if they were in the village, the coaches and staff would not be. So it makes getting like all your meetings and stuff way more complicated. If you're at
Yeah,
a hotel, you have a meeting room. It's way easier.
yeah.
Um, but we will move into some
Moving to baseball
baseball
now.
stuff because pitchers and catchers have reported, and this is the
Videos are
best.
getting posted.
This is the best time of year when Keegan Matheson's tweets are involving videos of a Trey Savage bullpen
Yeah,
or a
no,
Dylan
it's
Cease
pretty cool.
bullpen.
It's pretty cool.
Um,
It's not games, but it's the closest we have as of right now.
yeah,
So we will take it.
and it makes me really
Love,
jealous looking at the weather down there.
love, yeah, yeah. I love seeing the new guys who are on new teams seeing their first looks in not the full uniforms, but just the gear,
Yeah,
getting familiar. I mean, the video that Hazel May posted uh, of Ponce, Cease, and
and
Gosman.
Gosman.
I don't remember what she called it, but
Oh yeah, no, it was
it was pretty
Schneider.
cool.
It was a quote from Schneider.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find this on Twitter here because it was pretty cool. Um, I'm already on it. Don't even worry.
Um, no, yeah, he did. He said that because the three of them are like so alike. It was something to do with that. Um, but yeah, like
The
Cease,
flow show,
yeah, like
pretty
all three of
sick.
them long hair. When Gosman gets the beard going, like the three of them look somewhat similar. And
Yeah,
I find Cease is funny because when his beard is long, he's got his hair. He low key does not look overly put together.
no,
But and he
no,
was walking up with like a Mickey Mouse and a Donald Duck sweater to spring training.
yeah,
Um,
seems a little bit weird,
I
but
love it though.
yeah,
Like
no,
he's just being
I don't really
himself.
care.
I love it.
It's a little bad in Francis almost in a sense,
Yeah, like
but
I don't know. I just feel like the Jays clubhouse in general, just everyone seems to come in and just like always be
yeah.
happy. Um,
How about the Death Valley thing
oh, I love
or
that.
the Valley of Death or
Yeah,
whatever
the
it is?
Valley of
The
Death.
Valley of Death.
For those of you that don't know,
Yeah,
I'll let Judah take this one away because he was the one who mentioned it to me.
yeah. There was a video posted yesterday. I guess saw it from Gate 14. Johnny was talking about it. I guess when the Jays went down 3-2 in Seattle after losing Game 5 in Seattle,
Yeah,
leaving the field, some Mariners fans, like obnoxiously loud, I guess, were saying the Blue Jays lose the way
yeah.
that Vladdy says it. And
Blue
I
Jays
guess
lose.
Vladdy was walking with Andres Jimenez, I believe,
Yeah, that's what
and he said these fans have no idea what they're about to get into coming back home to the Valley of Death.
Yeah, and
And they completely cursed their own team, which it's obviously
yeah.
not true. That's not a thing, but it's a super sick story.
But just to know that Vladdy said
And
that
just
to
to know that
Andres,
Vladdy just kind of whispered
like
that in
the
his ear.
Valley of Death.
Yeah.
That
It's
Rogers Center should be renamed.
it's really sick.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it is like Toronto is one of the hardest ballparks to play in as a visiting team.
Teams were saying that halfway through the season when it was like selling out.
Exactly.
This is like different. It gets different in here a
Exactly.
little bit, right?
And Maple Leafs take a bit of notice. It's because the tickets are
Uh,
reasonably priced.
they were not reasonably priced last season. Dude, we were paying $80 to sit in the fives. It was not
Yeah, but for
on
a
a weeknight.
for a division winning team in late August down the stretch, that's not
No,
that bad still.
that's pretty bad for the 500s, man.
Think about it. That'd be comparable to paying $80 to sit in the 300s at Scotia.
Perfect. That's a bit different. You're way
So how's that
closer.
perfect?
Because it's a smaller arena, you're way closer to the playing surface.
But realistically, in the fives, as long as you're in the front half of the
The
fives, you're really
seating's
not that
the
far.
seating's equivalent. No, it's not, but it's not a good price.
No, but at the same time, I'd rather pay like 60 to $80 to sit in the front of the fives to go watch my team that's playing really well than pay $20 because they suck.
I mean, yeah, I just think 80's super inflated.
Which is
It,
true, but also we only paid 80 like once. We did get down to like 50 most times.
typically, but that's like last minute. That's like 3 o'clock before a 7 o'clock
Hey,
game. That's
if it works, it works. But that's also
I'd
the
like
problem
to
with
be.
scalpers too.
Yeah,
Um,
I would like to be paying like no more than like 50 at the max for that kind of seat,
yeah,
for
I
that
mean,
kind of last minute deal, sort of.
it's also it depends on who they're playing. I mean, that game we went to against the Yankees, the GA ticket was a bit expensive, but it's the
That
Yankees
was.
in a divisional race. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm just worried
It's
as to how
annoying.
they're going to be this year.
Yeah, they'll probably be around 80 probably all year.
On top of that last season, with how good they'll be then this season or projected to be, and then if they are good,
Yeah.
people are just going to then start
Well,
expecting them to go to the World Series
yeah,
again,
so
which
you
is
mentioned to me the flex pack. I broke it down. It's roughly $80 a ticket when you break it down. So that makes me think that that's probably what they'll be around.
mm, about.
When I broke it down, that's what it came to.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends where you
So
sit
yeah, it
a little
depends,
bit
but
too. But
it's
I think for the most part, you're almost. I mean, I think there's two big reasons you buy that. A, you don't have to worry about buying tickets when you go to those games. It feels like you're going for free. It
yeah,
does. And then you also get the postseason access. That's the big thing.
yeah. The
Because
postseason access is nice, but
very nice.
I mean, for me personally, I just don't feel like dropping almost a grand right now.
Not right now.
But
I'll see what I feel like come
yeah,
mid-season even.
hopefully they're in a spot where when they're playing like the White Sox or something, or just the Twins, like some sort of like lower team, the tickets are down a little bit because we did still see that last year, even in
Yeah.
August when they were playing like a shit team, the tickets were cheaper than the better team. So
Yeah.
hopefully that stays the same. Um, games are coming up soon. Games start next weekend.
They start
Um,
the day that I get down there.
they do.
At least for the Blue Jays. I don't know if
The
they
Blue Jays start on the Saturday.
did they.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I
They
just
play the
wasn't
Phillies on the Saturday.
like this coming Saturday.
No, next
Oh,
Saturday.
okay, yeah, yeah. No, I
Um,
just wasn't sure if other teams' games start
they
before
start
then.
Friday.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm excited for that. Just a Saturday afternoon, watch some couple stars and then some no names play a baseball game,
Yeah, you watch the first
um,
3 to 4 innings and
and that's it.
watch guys
Um,
get their two at bats,
yeah,
and yeah,
and
that's got
just
to
with the
be
smaller ballparks, the sound of the ball off the bat, even on TV,
yeah.
it just sounds
No, it's
so
cool.
much different.
It's cool.
I like that it's not the same as regular season because it makes you want to watch it a little bit. Um,
It's got to be the best, just kind of time of year for uh guys who are know they're in the opening day lineup because it's
yeah,
like you you're playing stress free. You're
yeah,
just kind of working on a few things. You go to a game. You take your 2 3 at bats. You dick around in the dugout the rest of the game
yeah,
with the other guys.
yeah,
Then you go out for a nice dinner on the water in
yeah.
Florida, and you really don't have much to complain
Yeah,
about.
and I know in a month from now we're going to be saying, can we end the spring training and get the regular season? Because
And
that's just how it goes.
and
First half
that's
is fun.
acceptable.
Yep, first half is fun.
Yep,
Second half is really painful.
very.
You can't even stand to watch half the games because it gets to a point where you just don't care.
Yeah,
Because you're like, okay, like Springer last year had a horrible spring training. I think he was like 3 for like 50 or something like that, and then the guy went on to have literally like a top six in MVP
yeah.
season. So it that's where like the first half you're excited because baseball's finally back. You have baseball to
Not
watch.
even the first half, the first like third, really. It
Yeah,
fades out a little
yeah,
bit
and then the
quick.
rest of it you're like, okay,
All
can we
right,
just get
like
to
yeah, let's
games that
get
actually
going.
mean something?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I don't care to watch two dudes duke it out as to whether they're going to be on the AAA or AA roster.
yeah, don't get me wrong, I like last year, Alan Roden. Even though he didn't pan out in the regular season, he had a good spring training. It was fun to watch him and keep an eye on him. For this spring training,
Yeah,
there's a couple guys like that. RJ Shrek, I know that they like a lot, so he'll
Yeah.
be fun to keep an eye on. Ricky Tiedemann as well. How's he going to look? I don't even know if he's throwing, but if he is, he'll be fun to
Yeah.
watch. How is Trey Savage looking? Obviously, he looked great last year, but
Yeah.
you never know what can happen. But right, see how he's looking, see how his velo looks. Obviously, he was earlier in the year last year. He was 96, 97. As he came to the majors, he was more like 93, 94,
Yeah.
touching 95. So see how his stamina is built up there. I do hear a lot of people saying how he threw the most innings in a year of his like in his life last year, and they think he's not going to throw a lot of innings this year. I think as long as he's healthy, he's going to pitch and he's going to get his innings. And if
Yeah.
he gets like 180 innings, it would not surprise me. Like a lot of people are projecting him around 150.
Yeah.
I think he pushes 180 as long as he's healthy all year. I don't see why not.
That's probably realistic.
I mean,
I
yeah,
yeah, I agree with that.
unless there's injury. Um,
I think for spring training, outside of the first week or so of games, the things you look forward to is certain guys starting. It's like, okay, Gosman's third day. I want to see this.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Rios will be one to watch
yeah,
because we're going to need him early.
just whoever. I'm not talking about anyone specific right now. And then it's like, and then you're looking for the starting lineup. Is it like, a few starters, few bench guys,
Mm-hmm.
mainly bench guys, or is it like, whoa, hey, we got an A lineup we're playing today. I'm gonna tune in for this. It's like,
That, and it's like you also get a glimpse of where they want guys to hit. Like if let's say Lucas is projected, they're going to want him to hit second. They're not
yeah,
going to hit him seventh in spring training games. He's going to hit second. So you kind of get an
yeah,
idea of where they want guys in the lineup. We know Springer is probably going to be leading off. Vladdy will be 3. Kirk's probably going to be 4.
yeah,
Okamoto's the one I'm curious about because his numbers from Japan suggest that he's like a 2, 3, 4, 5 guy, but a lot of projections have him 7th, which is understandable because he's got
yeah.
to
I
make a
think
transition.
he'll have to start down there.
So I do wonder where they start him. Wouldn't shock me if they
Not
start him down there.
Yeah, not above 6. That's for sure.
Yeah, but he's one bat that I'm really excited to watch in the spring. He's just got that classic like Japanese swing, the low leg kick.
Yeah,
But he's not like for some reason I always think with those Japanese guys with their leg kicks and the way they like tip the bat almost looks like they're going to be late on everything. But he is apparently very good bat to ball. Um, so I'm excited to watch him. I'm hoping guys like Lucas and Barger do take that little step.
yeah. I
Um,
just I just think we can't judge him too hard in spring training.
yeah, 100%. Going
Spring
back to the
training's
Springer like last year.
for guys who are typically going to be in the lineup. It's their time to work on stuff and try new stuff out so that
Mm-hmm.
they are ready for the regular season.
Yeah.
It's not where they're typically going to be. Um, yeah, just swinging for the fences and
Yeah.
trying to just
Do you
pummel the ball every time.
do you think so? I think Barger definitely does, but do you think Lucas and Davis Schneider are solidified on this roster going into spring training?
On the roster
Yes.
or like in the lineup?
Well,
Roster, yeah.
so here's my thing. Yeah, so we'll go in the lineup actually,
Lineup,
because roster probably.
Luke's for the most part. Schneider,
I think he's
not
gonna have to fight for
not
it.
solidified. No, I think it's pretty obvious that he's not solidified.
Yeah, I think even against lefties, I wouldn't say he's solidified. Like I
Well,
think,
no,
um,
definitely not.
and he's gonna have to fight because there's another guy who they brought in, and I'm not saying he's gonna be good, but he's done decent in the Dominican League. Eloy Jimenez is coming in fighting for a spot on this roster as well, and he's
Yeah,
gonna be a guy that Schneider's battling with. Now Schneider's a little more versatile, where he can play a decent left field and a decent second base. Eloy is pretty atrocious defensively, so if he's in
yeah,
the lineup, if he somehow makes a team and he's in the lineup, he's probably DHing and Springer's in the outfield, which we know Springer does
yeah,
enjoy DHing. So that there's a bit of a conflict there, but I think that's good for Schneider though because he's got someone to be battling against. He's also got RJ Schreck who plays in the outfield, and I think Schneider's more likely going to play outfield more than infield,
yeah.
um,
Probably with how the
just with how the
defensive,
roster is shaping out.
yeah, with how the
So
defense lines up.
I think that's good for him. And coming out the World Series, right? He had some big hits in the World Series, so I think that's also got to give him the confidence. And he's always been this kind of quiet guy. Like he's going to have some sneaky pop. He's not going to hit 30 home runs if he starts every game. But, he'll hit if he was to start every game, he'd hit you 20 to 25. He'll hit for a 250, 260 average. He'll walk a decent amount. When you're a platoon bat, the numbers like that, when you shrink him down, they don't look as good. Schneider is a valuable bat. So I think he's definitely, like you said, I think he's definitely on the roster for sure. And he's
Yeah,
more so competing for a platoon role or potentially a
I,
starting
I
role.
kind of think that was a bit of a bad question. I think we all know he's going to be on the roster.
Yeah, but the only reason I asked it is because he wasn't actually a ton better last year than he was the year before.
No,
And going into spring training last year, it was a question whether he'd be on the roster or not.
yeah, no, I think he'll be for sure.
I think he should be.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't really think that's much of a question, to be honest. I think.
um, Hopefully Okamoto does come over soon because I know he's got some visa
Oh, does he?
situation. Yeah,
Oh,
something like
okay.
that. But I think they expect him
Yes,
soon.
that's true. I haven't seen any
Um, just don't
real
want his
Okamoto
progress to be.
content. I think he'll be fine when he has a full
Yeah,
month and a week or two to catch up.
yeah.
So
I mean, hitters are typically ready faster than pitchers, anyways.
oh
Like
yeah, for
pitchers are
sure.
the only reason spring training is this long.
And he's been doing work all
Um,
off season anyways.
I
So
do think one thing as well for anyone that gets off to slow starts, I feel like we're not going to see that this year because of the World Baseball Classic. I'm excited for that, and that's going to be a great opportunity for guys to get into that real game action before the regular season.
possibly, but you could still
Um,
be slumping.
no, 100%, but I'm saying like that's a chance. Like spring training is not the same as regular season because you're facing a lot of minor league arms, guys you're not going to see. Then you
Yeah,
get to the regular season, you're facing guys like Garrett Cole, Max Fried for 3 at bats compared to like one. You're going to
yeah,
get the opportunity to see those ace type arms earlier before you
yeah.
actually get the
No,
regular
for
season.
sure. That does make sense. I think it'll be good for some guys. It doesn't really make much of a difference
Hmm.
because they've been training for however long.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I think for some guys, for the most part, it'll make a positive
Hmm.
impact on them. I don't really think it'll make too much of a negative impact on anyone really.
No, I don't. That's the nice thing about it is even if you do bad, all you're doing is learning things you need to work on.
Yeah,
Um,
for the most
like
part, like
I will say, and it might be a hot take, but I don't think it is. I think one guy it's going to be very beneficial for is Vladdy. Vladdy sometimes gets off to little slow starts. Sometimes he's struggling with mechanics early on.
yeah,
Sometimes he's not. I think it'll be really good for him to get into that game groove early and pick right back up where he left off from the World Series. Um, and then I think it's guys like Ernie who it's not going to impact negative or positive because he's just so simple at bat to ball, put it in play, make the defense do the work.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Um,
worried about people expecting too much out of Ernie.
and me too, and with Barger, honestly.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
a
I'm
little bit
talking
with
regular
both of them.
season, but
Yeah, no,
um,
for sure. But
because they don't even really need to take a step on what they did last year. As long as they do what they did last year,
yeah,
that's
exactly,
good enough, honestly.
exactly. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is Vladdy's first World Baseball Classic, right?
I think
He
so.
didn't play in it last year.
I don't think so.
Do we think? And my answer's pretty firm no. And I'm getting a spam phone call.
Love that.
Um, I think it's pretty firm no. Do you think Vladdy ever says 1 year, yeah, I'm a suit up for Canada?
The only way is once Freddie Freeman retires.
I just don't think it happens regardless. I think he's always going to stick with his Dominican boys.
I think he will.
I think that's where he
Um,
spends most of his
Is the
off
world
season
is the
and
World
stuff
Baseball
like
Classic
that.
every year, or every couple years, or something like that?
No, it's every few. I think it's like I can't say four, maybe like three. I don't think it's every other even.
I was gonna say because it feels like it's been a bit.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not really telling.
You gotta look up how often it is. How often is the World Baseball Classic?
Well, this will tell me when was the last one.
So it looks like it's
2017.
about every 4 years here.
After a 3 year gap, ish. 2023.
Go back, go back.
2023.
Yeah, I know that. Go back,
Go back where? That
go
shows us
back.
right there.
Every three to
Yeah,
four
it shows us
years.
here.
So it's not set.
2023.
Yeah, but it's not
COVID.
set.
Yeah.
It's
So
not a
yeah.
set.
No.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
3 to 4 years, depending. I think it depends on like lockouts as well. But yeah, so 2023 was the last one. So if they're every 3, 4 years, Vladdy will probably play in like 3 more. I could see him maybe suiting up for Canada once, but if he does,
I would be shocked.
I would be shocked if he does.
It'd be the greatest thing ever.
If he does, I think it's the last one though. I don't think he goes Dominican,
No,
go to Canada, and then go back to Dominican. It would
that's the
be
other. Yeah,
Dominican,
that's
and
the
then
other thing
Canada
too is
once.
I don't think he's gonna do Canada then back to Dominican. So.
No, it would be at the very end at this point.
Maybe for the last one, he's like, all right, I'll play one with my country where I was born.
Yeah,
but I still don't think that happens. To be honest, it would be as cool as it would be.
Yeah, it would be sick, but
is what it is.
I'm excited for that. When does it start? I think it said it there.
Start of March.
Is that when it is?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, it didn't show it there. March 5th.
Yep.
So that's coming up pretty soon as well. That's going to be fun. Canada's always not fantastic.
No.
But they should be somewhat competitive at least. But, I mean, one of our starting pitchers is James Paxton, who is retired.
Yeah.
And he's coming out of retirement to pitch in this. So that kind of shows the lack of depth for Canada.
Yeah. We do have some young talent.
We do have some young talent for sure. Would be fun to see a guy like Owen Casey have a great tournament.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Him, Denzel Clark even.
Yeah, Denzel Clark's fun to watch.
We're very, very defensive heavy.
Yeah, but just fun to watch. Very fast.
No, for sure. I think Canada, maybe not the World Baseball Classic after, but the one after that, we could actually be good. Yeah. Because you think of all the guys that we know, whether we know personally or know of that play schools in the States.
Guys like Will Hines.
Very much potential to get drafted and stuff like that. Like there's very much potential for Canada to
ideally
have a lot of MLB level talent on the roster.
Yeah,
within the next 6 to 8 years.
Yeah, like 2 guys to name. Like obviously not the next one, like you said, but the one after that. So like mid 2030s, guys like Will Hines, Brendan Lawson, assuming they keep up what they're doing.
Brendan Lawson's projected to go number 1.
That's what I'm saying.
2027.
Like, you know who? Like, don't get me wrong, he's at a community college right now, but he's insane. Andrew Bishop. At that point, like, there's some guys anyone who's not from the GTA for the most part doesn't know Andrew Bishop, but you will probably know his name in a couple of years because he is one of the best pure hitters I've ever played against.
Really he is. I've gotten that dude out before.
Yeah, he is
not often, but I have.
He is insane. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's there. But
I remember having to pitch to him and Colson back to back, and I'm just like, kill me now.
Yeah.
And typically, he was 2 flyouts to the track. Like I'm being so serious.
Dude. Yeah, he could swing it at anything, and it just goes to the track. It's insane. But like first year to community college, hit 360 with like 60 home runs.
Yeah,
unreal, and one of the best community colleges in the U.S.
Yeah, a top community college too.
So a little bit of baseball stuff there. A couple things I did want to talk about.
Yeah, Bieber and
so the first one, the Shane Bieber.
Yeah,
we kind of heard rumblings about that, and it makes sense as to why they were still in on Framber Valdez. It still doesn't make sense.
It's like what we saw with Gosman last year. It's 100%. Just a bit delayed. It's not a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it still doesn't make sense that we were in on him.
He's also coming back from an injury.
Bieber, yeah,
still technically.
And so that's why, like that, a lot of people were saying that's why they were in on Framber. But when I think of it, it's like, okay, so why are you in on a guy for a 3 to 5 year contract for a guy that's going to miss a month? That doesn't make any sense.
He might not even miss a month.
Exactly. So it's kind of weird.
2 to 3 starts.
And we have the starting depth. We have Lauer and Barrios available still. We don't know what Ricky Tiedemann's going to be, if he's going to be a starter or a bullpen guy, if he's going to be good enough or not. Yeah. So we arguably have a third depth guy there that's not even projected to be in the rotation. So Barrios says he's healthy. Lauer was good last year. We have the guys to be there until Bieber comes back.
Bieber doesn't concern me or worry me in any sense.
Bieber could take 2 months to get fully healthy, and I could care less because as long as he's fully healthy, we're fine.
Yeah, obviously he's not going to rush himself back.
No.
The pitching staff, the coaching staff will not allow him to rush back. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Pete is very specific on that.
Yeah.
And obviously just Bieber himself understands it's a long season.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that's most likely going to be in the playoffs. There's no reason they shouldn't be, really.
Yeah. So every projection has them top 2 in the division.
Making a playoff run is very likely, which is definitely adds a bit to the arm, which is possibly a factor as to why he needs a bit more time.
100%. He definitely pushed
Makes
himself a
sense.
bit coming back last year, I think.
Yeah, that too. I think that is an okay time to push him a little bit
Hmm.
because it's not going into a full season.
Yeah.
It's the back, I don't even know, third of a season, really.
Yeah. And it's not
So
like he got injured. He's
exactly,
just
he was just
tired. It's
recovering.
fatigued.
Yeah,
Because he's
well,
coming
bingo.
off of an injury. He's probably favoring that injury a little bit, which hence why the forearm's probably fatigued. He was probably
Yep.
trying to, give that elbow a little bit of leeway,
Yeah,
result in some form
yeah.
fatigue. That's completely normal. It
No,
happens with
exactly.
every baseball player in the world. Like my shoulder
Well,
hurts now because I favor my elbow
I
because I hurt my elbow. Like
I,
it
I never
happens
get
everywhere.
that. I have a bit of a rubber arm though,
You do
but
have a
you kind
rubber
of
arm.
sacrifice that when you throw
Yeah,
the
no.
low eights,
Yeah, no.
right?
You
So
have a complete
I
rubber
I
arm.
do
Like,
have a rubber arm. I'm never sore after pitching
yeah,
after
which is
throwing
crazy.
90 pitches.
Like, yeah,
It's a
like,
little no, it's definitely a bit unique, but
yeah,
I
like I,
think
I used to be better where I didn't have to ice my arm at
yeah,
all. And now, even if I ice my arm, I can't even throw for like 2 days.
yeah.
Like, my arm is messed.
No, when typically it's really only when we're in a tournament. But if I
Hmm.
were to get maxed out and I'm playing catch even the next game or the day after, I'm like, yeah, no, it feels solid.
Yeah, see,
Like
I
I could milk
can't.
another 50 out of this
Yeah,
or
see,
something.
I can't even throw.
Yeah, that's just I don't even know what that is. It's just
I wouldn't. I mean,
genetic,
I
sort
probably,
of.
I
I don't know.
it's probably a bit of that. I probably also have some sort of structural damage somewhere of some kind.
Yeah, no, it
Wouldn't
makes
shock
sense.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, typically that's what it does come down to.
What age do you start throwing curveballs?
What's that?
What age do you start throwing curveballs?
Oh, 15, 14.
Yeah, you're in the clear.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, but curveball's also the elbow.
Yeah.
So my elbow
Yeah.
is fine now, but because I favor it,
Yeah,
that's
no.
why my shoulder hurts. But
Yeah.
so
Everyone's different.
yeah, so I think Beaver's gonna be fine.
I would sacrifice a bit of fatigue to be able to throw 95.
Yeah, honestly, me too.
Yeah. So
The one that it originally made me really mad when I heard it was Santander getting surgery, going to be
it's
out 5 to 6 months.
I think it still is very frustrating.
So the reason it was really frustrating for me was because all the initial reports were just he's getting surgery on his labrum, and we knew that was the issue last year. And my first thought went to why did you not get surgery when you were knocked off the postseason roster last year? Then we got more reports that apparently he re-aggravated it in January and made it
Yeah.
worse. So that's to the point of needing surgery. So I get that,
Yeah.
but it's still frustrating because it's going to be the same story as last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be good to go by mid-August, but realistically, he's not going to be on the roster and playing MLB
There,
games till mid-September.
there might not really be a spot for him at that point, to be
That's what I
honest.
mean,
And if there is, the Jays probably aren't in a good spot themselves.
and those are his first at bats of the year. Like the only way he gets those at bats and enough of them is if they're safely in first place or in a playoff spot of some sort. That's the
Yeah.
only way.
Yeah.
Or if, like
If
you said, or if they're somehow really bad.
yeah, because even if he's obviously he'll be on a rehab assignment.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if he's lighting it up in the minors, it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Everyone knows that, so I'm not saying anything crazy, but it's still just not the same as being in the MLB, taking those consistent at bats. And we
Exactly.
also know in the MLB, you need consistent at bats to be able to get into some sort of a
It's the
rhythm.
hardest thing to do in sports, in my opinion, is to try and be a consistent good hitter when you're not
Yeah.
getting consistent at bats.
So it's like you can't. It's not like you can just work him in pinch hitting here and there.
Yeah,
He needs to. He would have to be in the lineup, and it can't
pretty
be
much every
like
day.
yeah,
Facing lefties, facing righties, facing the bullpen guys, getting
exactly.
all his at bats,
Yeah,
and you can't afford to do that
which it
if you're
can be
not.
tough to sacrifice.
Exactly.
It can be.
Um,
Now, he is a good enough hitter where it's not as risky of a thing because
yes.
that's what he's known for.
Yep.
So that there's the bright side to that. I think just the biggest thing is Blue Jays fans, himself, everyone overall wanted to see him healthy for a full season.
Yeah.
That's the big kicker in it
That's the
all.
toughest thing is
Yeah,
we signed him to a big deal,
exactly.
and the first year he got off to a slow start like he always does. He's known for that, but then the
Yeah,
injury was lingering. The slow start continued. Then he went on the IL, came back. Actually, was okay at the end of September when he came back.
he was.
He was better in the playoffs. He still wasn't good, but he was
No,
better than he looked earlier in the
yeah,
season.
a little
Re-
bit of unluckiness
little bit of
to it too.
unluckiness, yeah.
Yeah,
Then re-aggravated his injury. He's gone. Okay. Then you hear that he's going to be out most of the second year, and now fans are being like, "Oh, why did we sign this guy?" He had no like barely any injury history before
Yeah,
coming here.
you can't predict
He was
injuries.
he was a good hitter. He was known to get out to slow starts and then pick it up.
Yeah,
So this injury thing came out of nowhere,
it
and
definitely did.
like these teams have some of the best health professionals in the world. If he needed surgery back in October, he would have gotten surgery. So clearly, he did
Yeah,
something
for
in
sure.
January to make it worse to the point of needing surgery.
No, exactly. I just hope what caused him to re-aggravate it was some sort of training or
Like
rehab. I'd prefer
swinging
it
or
wasn't some
something.
like sort of like dicking around or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Um, not that it changes whether you're hurt or not. It just makes you. It's like, all right, I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing, and I
Yeah.
just screwed myself over. Where it's like, no, I'm busting my ass to get back to being healthy, and just happened to tweak it again. It is what it is. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
the Jays lineup is going to be fine
I was
without
gonna
him.
say we
They
got to the playoffs without him last year.
they were fine last season without him
I
for the
hate to
most
say
part.
it, but arguably better without him.
Yeah, I
Just
mean
because
it's
he
tough to
just because he
it's
struggled.
yeah it's tough.
But
Yeah, I think you can really only say that just because when he was there, he was battling
exactly.
injury and stuff. So I just hope that for the 2027 season we can actually
Yeah.
get a full, complete, healthy season out of him
Yeah.
because uh, in 2027 the Jays should still very much be in a window to win.
Yeah, and
Not to get into that now, but that's just they should be there.
yeah, and there's people talking about, oh, now we have to make up for Bichette being gone and Santander being gone. Okay, well, here's the thing. Santander, like we said, he did not really do that much last year,
Yeah,
period. So you don't have to worry about that. You got to replace Bichette. Okay, you got Lucas, you got Barger, you got Clement. Everyone's saying, oh, they should all take a step forward. Okay, well, tiny step forward for all three of them.
yeah.
Yeah, sure, that's reasonable. Even if they do what they did last
Yeah,
year,
mainly just hold your ground.
hold your ground or
Yeah,
get a little better.
yeah.
Um,
They're still fairly young.
Vladdy did not actually have the greatest regular season. If
No.
you even get the slightest step from him, he only had 23 home runs. You get to
Yeah,
28 to 30, even more.
yeah,
Bam, you're making up for Bichette. And then when you when you add in
yeah,
Okamoto to that as well, now
yeah,
you've covered Bichette and Santander wasn't even there last year,
yeah,
and you're good. And I think people are forgetting that is when you play a matchup based on righties or lefties, which the
yeah,
Jays do, sets you up for success. It worked last year. It's going
yeah.
to work this year. If they get off to a slow start, doesn't matter. They got off to a slow start last year. With baseball, you can't really eye the standings until you get past the All Star break. And then once you get past there, that's when you can really start being like, oh, we needed that win.
No,
Can't lose that. Stuff like that.
unless a team is way behind or way ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah. You got to
they
stay in the
seem to,
mix for the
yeah,
first half.
for sure. You
As
just
long as
got,
you're in the mix, then you
yeah,
got a chance.
stay in the mix. Even still, the Jays were what 8 games back,
I think their furthest back was 8. Yes, I believe so.
or at least at a
It was 6 at least. I don't
yeah.
know if they got to 8, but they might have.
Either way, like that's a good bit to be back. But
Mhm.
it's like, um,
And then I think
we
once they took the lead, they never gave it up.
no, they did not, which
Yeah,
is a crazy feat.
it is.
That
That's
first
consistency.
the first weekend of July was one of the greatest things when they swept New York 4 games in Toronto
Yeah.
to because we're like
Did they sweep
uh
that, the Canada
the Canada
series?
Day series. Yeah, they did. That was a 4 game series.
So they swept 2 4-game series.
I don't think
Or
they
was the
swept.
second one a 3-game series?
Second one was a 3, I believe.
Okay, I think they did sweep that though as well. Or they may
Uh,
have lost
I
one.
don't know that,
But
but I know they swept that 4 game series in Toronto because they were, I believe, 3 down going into it. So I believe Canada Day was to put them 1 back. But going into that series, I'm like, all right, we're 3 games back. Me and Will were talking about this a lot. Actually, we're like, if we end up being 2 games back, great. Just don't be 4 games back.
yeah.
And next thing you know, they took the lead.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, no, that was one of the coolest weekends of the year.
Yeah. And I mean
That Canada Day game was probably my favorite one yet.
that and
Were you at that?
the Canada no, I
Okay.
wasn't this year,
Okay, I
unfortunately.
wasn't sure because I know I went with Will. I knew that.
Hmm.
Oh no, it was Groves
Oh yeah.
and Braxton who were there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wanted to be there, but yeah, no, that was when the
Oh, and
season
Bly.
completely flipped. Right at Canada
That
Day.
was.
And then We got the Yankees again later in July. That was when you and I went, and
That was a
it
massive
was still
weekend
within.
or series.
I think going into that series, we were up one game or something like that, and
Yeah, it
then
was tight.
we came out up 3 games or up 4 games because we
Something like
swept them
that.
or won 2 of 3. So
No, that was also really really cool. That game was sick.
yeah,
That game we I don't remember for sure. I can promise we were saying it at the game, but we're like, oh, this feels like playoffs,
yeah, no,
which
it
it
did.
did. It did.
And like, don't get me wrong, the Red Sox, yeah, they're rivals. The Orioles are rivals, but
It's Jays
nothing
Yankees.
is better than being in a divisional race with the New York Yankees. Our
Yeah,
fan base
yeah,
absolutely hates the Yankees.
yeah,
They hate us, and that is what makes the best rivalry in sports. Is
yeah.
not when two teams just constantly go at each other, but it's when the
Yep,
fan bases are
yep.
also going at each other because you just hate each other
Exactly.
and you love to beat each other and you love to make the other team feel miserable.
You put if you I would say in the last I'll say I'll say three no, I'll say 4 years. Um in the last 4 years you take away the history, the Jays Yankees rivalry is better than the Yankees Red Sox.
I would have to agree.
If you take away the history of it, you're not beating the
Yeah, no,
Yankees
but
Red
yeah, if you
Sox.
go over recency
But just the
bias,
last 4 years, it's
yeah.
been a better
I
rivalry.
mean, last 4 years, I think the ALDS and even just this season of Jays Yankees
Yeah,
beats out the last 4 years of Red Sox Yankees.
yeah, but I'm saying like even you had remember when Donaldson came back to Toronto, he had that
Yeah,
crash out
actually,
when he got hit
you're
by
right.
pitch.
Yeah, you're right.
Teo hit a home run to take the lead. That was Father's Day.
Yeah, you're right.
There was that. There's just been the Vladdy shush
Yeah,
when they're saying why does he do that? He shouldn't. No,
yeah,
there's been moments that I think that's why it's
yeah.
been better.
And I think that's the other awesome thing is
Yeah.
it contributes to a rivalry when your star player hates the team. And
Oh,
Vladdy
he hates the Yankees.
hates the
Yeah.
Yankees. And I remember there
Yeah.
was one report that came out. I don't think it was true, but before Vladdy signed his extension, someone said he'd be open because Vladdy had said prior to that time that he would never play for the Yankees.
Yep.
And then when it came down to extension talks and it hadn't been signed yet,
Yeah.
supposedly he said that he would play for anyone, including the Yankees. And that's when people start getting pissed because they're like,
Yep.
no, this guy can't play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
He signs his extension.
Yeah.
He hammers the Yankees all year,
Yep.
hammers them in the playoffs, and he hates the Yankees.
Yep.
And then the Yankees
Yep.
lose comes out, and that just made me love Vladdy
Few years,
10 times more
yeah.
than I did before.
A few years ago, the Jays had the 4 game sweep in New York. That was
Mhm.
the year they had Semyon.
Oh yeah,
They had a
that
4 game sweep
that was a good
in
year.
New York. I think that was the first time they'd ever done that. Um, but yeah, it also makes it better when your team uh, has been on the better end of that rivalry for the most part.
Yeah.
Especially the only time we've played in the playoffs, we won that series.
Hmm.
Every single person I follow on Instagram was reposting a story with the New York song.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, even
Yeah.
though 90% of you people
Our fake
are
fans.
only following the team because they're in playoffs.
Yeah. That
But
made me really frustrated
the
last year.
bandwagoning kind of sucks.
Uh,
But I will take it because it means my team's in a good spot.
yeah,
So I'm not going to complain
and
that much about it.
yeah,
It's
and
cool.
again, like yeah,
I bandwagon the
bandwagoning, whatever.
Leafs
But it
in the
is,
playoffs.
and I've said it before on the
Yeah.
pod. It just brought the whole country together.
Oh
You
yeah,
walk anywhere, all you saw was Blue Jays stuff. Whenever we went downtown for games,
which was a lot.
which was a lot,
It was so worth it
the
though.
streets were packed. Every restaurant, Jays fans. Everywhere you
Yeah,
went was everything
yeah,
Blue Jays. That's all anybody cared about. It seemed,
yeah,
and it was just so awesome. Like when we got in the Uber after the 18 inning game,
yeah.
the foreign Uber driver was asking us about the game and how the game was and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like I've never had an Uber driver
Yeah,
because we Uber from sporting events all the time, wearing
yeah,
our jerseys and stuff.
for
They
sure.
never asked, they never cared, and
Yeah,
even he cared about it and didn't seem like he knew baseball, but
yep,
he even knew about it. That's how crazy it was,
yep,
and it's just so fun to see everyone cheering together. And like when you had the Leafs, there's
yep,
Montreal fans in Toronto, there's Ottawa fans, there's
for
Boston.
sure.
In Toronto, there is nothing but Blue Jay fans. There's
Yeah,
the odd Yankee fan,
yeah.
Red
There's the
Sox fan,
auto,
whatever.
but it's
It is
dominant
98
Toronto.
percent
Yeah,
Jays fans, and it is just so cool.
yeah. I think my favorite moment, one of my favorite, I believe it was after the Yankees game. That street performer. I believe it was after then.
Uh,
The street performer down
I
by the
don't
pint.
remember. There's so many of them. Um,
I'm
what was he
pretty
doing,
confident you
or
were
what was
there.
she doing?
He's just playing music, and everyone was singing to it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was
yeah,
doing that after like every game.
yeah. He
He
did,
started
but
doing
the
it.
game like we were there for like
Hmm.
uh that
Yeah,
was
no.
sick.
Have you ever
You seen
seen the
the
rain?
rain?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that was awesome, and
yeah.
he actually he gained like
He got pretty
a decent
popular off of
following.
that.
Like he
Yeah.
started doing it, I think, in the Mariners series, and by the end of that series, like even Game 6 we went to, it
Yup.
was packed where he was,
Oh
and
yeah.
everyone's
People
singing.
knew to go there. I
Like
mean,
it was
I kind
unreal.
of knew to go there.
Yeah,
I
it
definitely knew
was
to go there.
super cool.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest moments of playoffs for me.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
for
Even in the stadium, um, like when you go to a Leafs playoff game, if they're playing
sure.
Montreal, you see red in there. You go to a
Yeah.
Jays playoff game, you see nothing but blue.
No, it was pretty good this year
Yeah,
with that kind of stuff.
like it was
It's expected though.
100%,
For sure, you're going to see visiting
100%
fans, but I think Toronto fans did a very good job filling up the stadium.
fantastic job. Like you'll hear in regular season, if the Yankees hit a home run, you'll hear a half decent cheer
A
for a
little
road
bit.
team.
Yeah.
But in the playoffs, you couldn't hear a thing. It was
No, no, it
silent
would be dead
whenever they
silent.
scored
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
run.
no, for sure.
Which it's just
I
super
don't
cool.
think I don't know if we ever saw the Jays trailing when we were at playoff games.
No, they just had.
Were they in the game 6?
I think they were. Yeah, they were down 1-0.
Were they okay?
Um,
Yeah, but
and then
it wasn't.
Barger hit the single, and then he hit the home run.
Yeah.
It might have been 2-1 even at one point as well.
Oh,
But
that game was so good too.
um,
That
but
was
yeah,
one
that
of the
was also
that
sick.
was probably the best last minute decision I've ever
I
made.
will say though, there was definitely more nervous energy in that game than the Yankees game. Like we
Oh,
said to
well,
each other,
yeah, but that makes
it's
sense.
understandable. But like we even said, like the Yankees game 2 of the ALDS, the crowd was arguably louder than it was for game 6. There
Uh,
were the pops in game 6 that were
yeah.
louder, but the overall
The overall,
sound I'd say
I
was
don't know.
louder
I
in
can't
game
really
2.
remember that much
It
to be
is tough to
honest.
remember looking back, but
I the loudest of them all was definitely the Vladdy Grand Slam.
oh, that was insane.
That's something I'll never
Because
forget.
everyone knew it off the bat. Like you'll see home
It was
runs,
such a no doubter, dude.
yeah, like wall scraper home
Yeah.
runs. You hear the crowd going up, 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 up,
Oh,
up. Oh, the ball goes out, and then an even louder pop. Vladdy's
yeah.
off the bat,
Off the
pop.
bat, bang.
Like
Everyone knew it.
that is the
He
first.
knew
That's
it.
the first time I've ever jumped up and down celebrating something for sports.
Oh yeah.
Like that
Like
was
jumping.
that was insane.
You know what the funny thing is too is that Ernie Homer in that same game,
Yeah,
uh, that technically measured a decibel louder.
which yeah,
It did, which is crazy.
that's insane.
But the
I mean, that was also bigger because it was tied, and it's like, yes, okay, we got the lead.
yeah,
When
that was to
Vladdy,
open the scoring.
yeah, when Vladdy hit
Vladdy's was
his,
like
it
to
was
bust it open.
that was like
It
almost
was
more of a, oh my god, our superstar just knocked the Yankees
it
down.
was
Like,
5-0 at that point
yeah, it was
when Vlad
something crazy
after and then
already.
Vladdy hit it to make it 9.
Yeah,
But I I will never get sick of watching that. The call to Joe Davis, I believe.
yeah, toe tap and
Yeah.
oh baby, yeah,
Oh my.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
No,
Joe
that
Davis is.
I loved having him the entire
I'm not gonna
playoffs.
lie, he might be the best commentator in all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I can't disagree with
I
that.
love Shulman and Buck, but I mean Joe
For
Davis is,
playoffs,
yeah, for playoffs.
I would take
It gives you that playoff feel.
I would way rather uh I guess not Buck anymore. Shout out the GOAT. But I will take Shulman in the regular season just
Yeah,
because saving Davis for the playoffs makes it feel just way
yeah.
different. That's why I don't like watching the Sportsnet feed in playoffs. I
I
like
don't either. I
the
hate it.
Fox one.
Yeah, I know. I hate the Sportsnet feed. It feels too
I,
much like a
I don't
regular season game.
I don't hate it. I think it's cool in an aspect. I just would
Oh,
way rather get the playoff feel from
that
Fox.
that's what I mean. Like I just
Yeah,
don't get the playoff feel as much.
yeah. It's really
Um,
just the score bug
yeah,
for the most part. But there was actually some things that Sportsnet did better, at least kind of for the
hundred
Yankees
percent.
series that I noticed.
Yeah.
But overall, I will always take Fox.
You know what I do actually really hate though is in the World Series, MLB made Toronto, the Rogers sign out in center field. They made Toronto make it blue so it wouldn't pop. Rogers is the owner of the team. How can you do that? I don't like.
MLB made them do that.
Yeah,
How do you know?
whoever was broadcasting made them because it was red for the first
Really?
two series, and then when they got to the World Series, they had to make it blue. which I
Where'd
thought
you
was
see
really weird.
where'd you see they made them do that? I never seen that they
Well,
were
Toronto
made.
wouldn't openly do that to their ownership.
Uh, Why not?
Why would you?
It's not their ownership would have approved it. Rogers would have been like,
No,
yeah, that's fine.
I did see something.
Oh,
The MLB or the TV rights asked them to do it.
I never seen that. I
Um,
don't see a problem with that. To be like, if the Jays were to have openly changed that, I think
yeah, no,
you're just trying to do the Blue Jay blue thing.
yeah. Well, no,
That's
they
all.
made it blue to make it not stand out.
Okay, I
But
didn't know that they were
I
asked to
mean,
do
you
that.
could still see it, so it sucks for them. But
Yeah,
yeah, with Buck
whatever.
Martinez retiring, you did mention that. Um, it's gonna feel weird without him.
Yep.
Our whole lives growing up have been with Buck on in the booth,
Yeah, mainly Buck and Pat.
Buck and Pat. So definitely gonna miss Buck swinging a drive deep left
Yeah, no,
field.
he was good.
Um,
He was really
get
good.
up, get up, get up, gone.
He'll be in the. I don't think he'll ever get a statue, but he will get a level.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does actually.
They're just doing Joe Carter now.
No, like if he does, it wouldn't be for a long time. But
Yeah, but you want to do stuff when people are alive to be able to celebrate it themselves too.
that's
So
true. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
he'll get level of excellence soon. I
He
don't think he'll
better.
get a statue.
Yeah, he'll probably get level of
He'll
excellence
get
probably
level of
next year. I
excellence.
feel like they would have announced it if it was happening this year.
Uh
Well, maybe not. He did just announce
no.
retirement,
Yeah,
but it'll probably be in August if anything. But
it would be later in
I
the
was
year.
talking with Nash about this. Do you so A, who do you think replaces him, and B, if it's not one person, do you think like who do you think would kind of fill
I
in?
wonder if they were to bring in Ben Schulman.
So I thought about that as well.
Yeah,
The only thing is he is very good on the radio. So then they have to fill in someone to do
it
the
is.
complete play by play on the radio.
I'll do
So I'll do it.
it.
So
Yeah,
my thought was a well one option Ben Schulman. Um, Another option would be a mix of Joe Siddle and Caleb Joseph because I know they did that when Buck was gone.
Joe Siddle. One of those two guys would be solid.
Yeah. The other thing I thought with Ben Schulman, it wouldn't shock me if they keep him on radio play by play until his dad is done on play by play on TV, and then Ben fills in for
I
his
don't think
dad.
he's going to be done for a while though.
Maybe, but I don't know. That's just one thing I thought of.
I think Dan Schulman's in his bag right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Bro does college basketball. He does some
yeah,
football. He does
yeah.
Blue Jays.
I do think regardless, Ben steps into his spot when he's done.
I think, and because Dan also does radio for playoffs.
Does he?
Oh no, this would have been. This was sorry.
That was
He
before
did
Sportsnet had
before
the rights.
Sportsnet.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
before they got
My
TV
bad.
rights. But
Yeah.
no, I mean both of them. Like I don't know if it's a genetic thing, but both of them have like two
They're
of the
good.
best play-by-play voices
Yeah. No, they're
in
good.
baseball. Like Dan is very good. Like he obviously he does
Yeah.
all the Jays games all regular season. And if you were an opposing team's fan watching the Sportsnet feed, he did a very good job not biasing the Jays. Like he was very neutral. Yes, he got
Yeah.
excited for the home runs and stuff, but he also got not excited but energetic when the other teams did stuff as well. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
like a typical play-by-play where he's like, and Julio with a base hit that'll score a run. Like he had the energy.
Yeah.
He's
No,
very
he's
he
very
makes
good.
it very fun to watch, and that's where I guess I see your point of in the playoffs. It's still fun to watch. It's just Joe Davis is that different sound for us.
Yeah.
Um,
There's the more older crowd. I feel like it's more of the older crowd who likes that home feeling of watching Sportsnet in the
yeah, it makes
playoffs.
them feel more
Yeah,
comfortable.
because like obviously, back in the day, there it was just that it didn't really change like that much, and
Yeah,
obviously, whatever.
yeah,
And just because Buck specifically, and I guess Dan too, a bit older guys who've been doing it for a while, they like the familiar voice.
yeah, yeah,
Joe Davis is a fairly young guy,
yeah.
younger guy,
Yep.
so. Uh,
What do we have for time here?
yeah, I don't think we need to do this draft. We are at time.
Yeah, damn.
So we honestly, I don't really
Um,
have much else to say.
I don't really either.
But we were gonna do the trips/vacation draft. We don't need to do that. We filled that time up.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
something we'll save for
we'll
when we need to fill some time.
we'll do that when I'm back from Florida.
Yeah, so next week Judah will be with us
Tuesday.
for the Wednesday morning pod.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one, as of right now, probably will be a little bit shorter. And then Friday morning's pod, we're gonna have our buddy Will with us for some
Yeah.
baseball stuff. We'll go over a bit of hockey stuff as well, but we'll have some fun stuff to talk about there. And Julie's for Florida on the 19th. So
Hell yeah, dude.
no invite for me. So I'll stay here in the cold white north and be sick while he
Damn right.
goes and drinks plenty of beer and hangs with a lot of people, a lot of fun people, a lot of fun people.
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say much else about it.
No, you can't
give anything away.
No.
But it's gonna be really cool content.
Yeah, plenty of content, and do go check out Gay 14 throughout their trip.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know when that vlog's out.
Yeah, there will be. I'm sure they'll have plenty of content of different sorts coming out.
Oh yeah.
So you guys will have to keep an eye on them for that because it's interesting stuff. And if you want your Blue Jays stuff, they are strictly Blue Jays.
Yeah, they're strictly Blue Jays, and they're the best at doing strictly Blue
They
Jays.
are. I mean, yeah, we're going to do our best in the summer, but obviously we cover other stuff. They are strictly Blue Jays. If you want to stay up to date, you want some funny reactions, they are the guys. But
sure.
So stay tuned for that stuff because that'll be very fun to watch. And I will be here keeping the content for you guys while he's gone, and he'll be back for the probably 28th-ish.
Something. Yeah,
not the 29th because that's not a day.
Nope. Anyways, we will see you guys on
next Wednesday.
Yeah.